everybody. I'm Jim Mueller. Welcome to the Browns locker room and this edition of Browns Insider. When the weather turns a little nippy this time of year, most people would welcome a trip to sunny, warm San Diego, but I wouldn't include the Browns in that group. No, the players who use these lockers have been on the road for 2 of their last 3 games, but they're going to have to hit the skies again this weekend to take on the quickly improving San Diego Chargers. That makes 3 of the last 4 games the Browns have been away from the comfortable surroundings and support of fans at Cleveland Stadium. Of course, we'll hear what the players have to say about those Chargers. Jackie Bishop will have a chilling tale from the training room for us on our inside look. Kevin Mack will meet a young fan from Bay Village, and we'll profile one of the biggest Browns of all, offensive tackle Tony Jones. You know, last Sunday when the Browns got to within 21-17 of the Redskins midway through the 3rd quarter, I thought they'd be the first team to knock off the Redskins this season. But as you know, it didn't happen. So let's take a closer look at that game.
Not all of the attention in the nation's capital was focused on a Senate hearing last Sunday. Instead, the usual sold-out crowd at RFK Stadium came to see if the determined Browns could hand the Redskins a first defeat. And it seemed business as usual when quarterback Mark Rippon found Art Monk for an early 7-0 lead on a catch that put number 81 second on the all-time number of catch list, moving ahead of Charlie Joyner. Beginning with a Bernie Kosar to Kevin Mack pass, the Browns responded to the Redskin challenge immediately and continued downfield.
The throw on first down, firing deep over the middle. Metcalf has it at the Redskins 40, breaks a tackle at the 35 of the 25, inside the 20 to the 18-yard line.
Another Kosar to Mack swing pass set up an obvious field goal attempt, but the Browns had other plans.
They got Slaughter wide to the right side. They don't see him. Touchdown. Here's Brian Hansen throwing to Slaughter all alone at the 2, and he's in for a touchdown.
A closer look shows a seemingly confused Slaughter show why he may have to take up acting as a second career, as the Browns tied the game at 7. As they have done for many years, the Redskins fought right back as Rippon first hit number 84, Gary Clark, and then went back to Monk at the Cleveland 1.
Riggs gets the handoff and bolts into the end zone over left tackle untouched.
Ahead 14-7, Rippon fired once more to the gifted Monk, and this play gained 46 yards to the Browns' 21, where appropriately number 21, Ernest Biner, haunted his former team with a power sweep to the end zone and a 21-7 lead. While the defense dejectedly prowled the sidelines, the Browns' offense came alive as Kosar once again hit the reliable Mack for 14 yards. Number 20, Joe Morris, surged for 11 more to set up the day's strangest and, for the Browns, the most disheartening play of the day.
Big handoff, Kosar in trouble, swings it out to Metcalf at the 25-20, Metcalf 15-10, 5-4-3-2-1, fumbles the ball out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
No, it was not ruled a fumble at the 1, and the Browns captain argued his team's case to no avail, forcing Cleveland to unhappily settle for a 21-7 halftime deficit. Trailing by 14, the Browns charged back at the Redskins at the start of the 3rd period, first with the hard-running Mack, then to the tough Reggie Langhorne across the middle to set up a Matt Stover field goal attempt.
Hansen, the holder, with the snap. The kick is up by Matt Stover, and it is good.
It was now time for the Cleveland defense, which was ranked number 1 in the AFC, to make something happen, and they did. Clay Matthews stripped Gerald Riggs of the ball, which Vince Newsom grabbed, and the citizens of Washington saw a parade they didn't enjoy. Newsom's touchdown made the score close at 21-17, But that was as close as the Browns would get, and the Redskins still held their helmets high in the end, running away with a 42-17 victory.
Left tackle Tony Jones has a big announcement for us when we come back.
Have you ever wondered how a professional painter can always get such great results? Because no matter what the job, he'll always start off in the exact same place. At a Sherwin-Williams store, there's only one paint that's good, and there's only one place you can get it. The pros know. Ask Sherwin-Williams.
I was shaking like a leaf, burst into tears. My knees just buckled.
Then my jaw hit the floor. The tears came and the joy, and we had a great time. And we're still having a great time.
I give them $1 million, or my granddaughter $1 million. I give these two $2 million. My two grandsons, I split $1 million between them two, and my daughter and her husband, I give them $1 million. So that left me with $6 million.
Instead of driving all over the place, if you could visit just one dealership and find more selections, more models and colors than, say, 10 other dealers combined, would you go there? And if you could get the lowest price, the right price, the first time without any negotiating, would you go there? And on top of all that, if you could get the most for your trade-in, wouldn't you go there? Sure you would. And the good news is now you can. The place is Mullinax Ford, your one-price Ford discounter. East in Wickliffe, west in Amherst.
Here's an incredible free offer from Big Boy. Now, when you buy most Big Boy dinner entrees, you get our soup, salad, and fruit bar free. Yes, our famous fresh soup, salad, and fruit bar absolutely free. Whether you choose one of our down-home meals, Italian favorites, or one of our new baked and broiled dinner choices, you get all the soup, salad, and fresh fruit you want absolutely free. Give dinner a whirl at Big Boy and get the soup, salad, and fruit bar free. There's more to love at Big Boy.
12-year-old Marty McGann of Bay Village recently had the opportunity to come to Berea and ask his favorite player, Kevin Mack, a question. Watch.
Kevin, I play running back, and I'd like to know what's your best way to break a tackle.
What's my best way to break a tackle? Basically the way I was taught how to break a tackle is once you confront it with a defensive person, once you have the contact, don't stop your legs from moving forward. Always keep them driving forward, keep your head up, and just don't quit.
Okay, thanks.
Ask the Browns is brought to you by Ed Mullinax Ford. You can come to a Browns practice and ask a player or coach your question, plus win 2 tickets to a Browns game by sending your question to Ask the Browns, Cleveland Browns, Post Office Box 679, Berea, Ohio, 44017.
One of the toughest jobs in pro football is offensive left tackle. He protects the blind side of the quarterback and usually faces the opponent's best pass rusher. Tony Jones has that position for the Browns, and Tony also has some big news for us on the Sherwin-Williams Pros Know Profile. Big Tony Jones was already winning trophies for his football prowess in junior high school and high school, where he certainly was larger than many of his classmates. And like a lot of the Browns, he was a multi-sport performer, but football became his vehicle to start it. Tony, we're going to give you the chance to make the big announcement right here for everybody on Browns Insider.
Well, I want to propose to my fiancée, Kamilla Orr, which we will be getting married in February the 14th this year.
So this is the big announcement. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Kamilla, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, too.
Are you from Cleveland?
Yes, I'm from East Cleveland.
Are you a Browns fan?
I am now.
You weren't before?
No. I never watched football until Tony started playing in '88. Then I started to watch football.
How did you and Tony meet?
We bumped into each other in the bookstore.
In a bookstore?
Yes, and then we became friends, and then it went from there.
T-Bone, you played at Western Carolina. Didn't get noticed all that much as a collegian. Did you ever back then think you'd be playing in the NFL one day?
Really, no, because coming out of Western Carolina, that's a small school. I was just a guy nobody knew about, no talent about me or nothing, you know. So I just had to determine to myself to make it. I mean, after my senior year, I wanted to make it real bad. And I got an opportunity to go to the combine to compete against guys that were seniors coming out of college. And after that, I said, hey, I got a shot. I'm just as good as these guys. And went from there.
Tell us a little about your family, where you grew up, that sort of thing.
I'm from Georgia, Royston, Georgia, a small town about an hour from Athens. It's known more for the baseball player Ty Cobb.
Mm-hmm, sure.
I'm a family of 5. I'm the only son. And we're just a hard-working family. And I'm just, I'm glad to be from Georgia. I like it. Everybody says, you from a small town. Like, hey, I love that.
When you go back home, do people say, hey, this is T-Bone Jones, plays with the Browns?
Yeah, they call me the star. It's the star. It's the NFL football player, you know. I'm probably, besides Ty Cobb, the biggest thing ever happened down there. So I'm probably the star around there, yes.
Now, when you came to Cleveland in 1988, before you started hanging around those bookstores, you came here as a free agent to a team that had just gone back-to-back to AFC championship games, and they had a veteran line. Did you think you could play here?
Well, my father said, don't go there. He said, you don't have a chance. They got a veteran line, a rookie don't have a chance of making their team. But my agent thought I had a good chance of coming in, and they developed me slow. So I came here, and they said, hey, they got a veteran line. I was the only rookie there at the time. So I just took it in stride, and the guys like Cody Rice and Ricky, Larry Johnson, all those guys, they really helped me out. And so I'm here today, and thanks to them.
All right, now you make the move to left tackle this year, and one of your first assignments is to practice against and then play against who else? Lawrence Taylor with the Giants. And the coaches, incidentally, said you held your own. You did a good job. How much did that do for your self-confidence?
Well, first of all, going out there playing left tackle, and the Giants come in to practice against us, I was like, oh my goodness, Lawrence Taylor, Leonard Marshall all week beating on me, and I got to play them on Sunday. So it was like I just had to go out there and concentrate really and bear down and do my job. I said, if I can block these guys, should nobody in the NFL give me any problem. And then after the game, the coaches come out, Belichick said, hey, you hold your own against those guys. You competed all week. I want to let you know that. That was a big boost for me going into this season.
All right, now being on that side, that's where everybody puts their best pass rusher to go after the quarterback, like we mentioned. Taylor, you face Taylor. You face Andre Tippett, Charles Mann this year, Sean Jones, Reggie White. All of those guys are Pro Bowlers.
Yes, yes, it is. I mean, every week on left side, you face a good rusher, and you never can relax. And I just go out there with the attitude of competing, playing against. I say I'm going against Pro Bowler every week. I want to go out there and do my job. And maybe I get respect from my peers in the league, and also respect from my teammates.
You know, it's kind of interesting because going into training camp this year, everybody was talking about, well, the offensive line is really the problem area. And yet, through the first 5 games, you guys have done a pretty good job.
In the first 5 games, we come out slow in the first half, and that ain't what we want to be. We want to show people that we can run the ball. Everybody's in the Browns still can't run the ball, but we can. I mean, I think we start to run the ball, and we get away from that. But we can run the ball. I think we have a good 5 up front. We're working hard together. Got good continuity and everything. And it's coming along. Give us a little more time, everything's going to be fine.
If you had to pick a difference in the attitude from last year to this year, as far as the players are concerned, what would it be?
We're more of a family now. I mean, last year we had a lot of individual people going their own way. This year, when things get tough, we're together. Everybody's patting each other, trying to get everybody up together. And when things go wrong, we just, hey, don't worry about it. Look forward to the next play. And that helps win a lot of games. We're just close. I feel like it's Cleveland Brown has a family back again.
We've got a chilling tale from the training room after this.